Hey guys, welcome back. In last three sessions, we have covered all internals of the Python in great detail. Now we have clear understanding about how Python executes and work internally. From today's session onwards, we are going to start with the fundamentals of Python. In today's session, we are going to understand what are different data types in Python and how are methods associated with each data type. Then, in the upcoming session, we'll dive deep into each data type and methods associated with that data type. Okay, now first we will understand what are data types in Python. Okay, we already understood everything is object in Python and these objects belongs to the specific class. If you have some confusion about this statement, I will suggest you to go back and watch last three videos on internals of the Python. That will help you to clear your confusion. So now let's define one variable name which is pointing to the object Akshay. Okay. So this is your name which is nothing but a variable. It is just variable. It does not hold anything. Okay. And it is pointing to a Python memory. This is my Python memory. It will have multiple blocks, and in one block, my object, the Akshay, which is nothing but a string, got created, right? And this name is pointing to this location. Just now, as I said, this is a object, okay? And this object, basically, this object Akshay is a string. So this belong to a class string. If I can draw that correctly, what is the context of object and class here? So guys, data type are nothing but the class to which object belongs. I will repeat my statement once again. The data type of object is nothing but the class to which object belongs. So our object Akshay belongs to the class string. So data type of this object is a string. Okay. I hope you are able to understand this thing. I hope you are able to understand this thing. Class is nothing but a data type of the object. Okay. Now this same terminology goes for any other object. If you create the object of class integer, then integer will be the data type of that object. That's all. Okay. Now you understood what are the data type of object. Next thing, Python is a dynamically typed language. What does it mean? It means data type of the object decided at a runtime. It will be not allocated in advance like other languages C++ and Java. So here variable name does not have any data type. It just pointing to the specific memory location in Python memory. The object Akshay holds the data type string which is decided at a runtime at a time of creation of this object. Okay, so that's why Python is dynamically typed language. Okay, now we understood what are data types and why Python is dynamically typed language. Okay, now why we need these data types? What is the use of this data type? So to know how data is stored in memory. See guys, we know every object in Python stored in memory, but different data types store differently. Python uses data types to decide how much memory to allocate and how to organize that memory. For example, if you take an example of integer that requires fixed memory, if you take an example of floats that require additional spaces because floats contain decimal points, then string requires variable memory based on length. Now, then the another example is list, which can store different type of object in one list. For example, list can contain strings, numbers, right? So accordingly, memory is allocated. So based on data type, Python will allocate memory. Okay. Now, the second use of data types is to decide what operations are allowed on object. Now guys, every data type will have some methods associated with it. which decide what operations are allowed on data type. What are these methods exactly? Now here we just understood every object belongs to the specific class, right? And every class have some methods defined inside it. Okay? So class will have some methods, right? Then now these methods can only be accessed by object of that class. So only object of class string can access methods of class string. Okay. Now how it looks exactly, let me show you in the editor. Let's say you have a class string, like Python has already defined this class. Okay. This class will have multiple methods. Now these are nothing but methods. Okay. One is, for example, upper. Now there will be some logic written inside it. Okay. And this method will convert your string into uppercase. Similarly, you will have multiple methods. Another method to convert your string into lowercase. These methods can only be accessed by object of class string. What operations allowed on that object is defined by the class to which those object belongs, because object can only access methods of that particular class. Third use is to detect errors early. What is this? See guys, suppose you define name and this is object of class string, so it has a data type string. If I try to add 1 to this, it will fail. Why? Because your Akshay has a data type string, your value 1 has a data type integer. So object with different data types cannot be added, so it will fail. So Python is able to fail this because it has a different data type. So this is how data types helps us to find out the errors. And the fourth and the most important use is to improve the performance. If you are able to perform integer operations, then you should perform the integer operation, because integer operations are faster than the floating point operations. If you are scanning a lot of data or something like that, then you can use the immutable objects that will help us to optimize your code and improve the performance. If you use right data type at the right time, that will help you to improve the performance. Okay. Now we understood what is the data type and why we need it. That was the purpose of this lecture. From next session onwards, we'll deep dive into each data type and important methods associated with them. At high level, I just wanted to give you idea. So we have these many data types. So we have numeric data types where we have integer, float, complex numbers. We don't use complex numbers that much, but we'll deep dive into integer and float. Then we have dictionary. It is heavily used in data engineering. Then boolean is also important data type. Set is also used a lot in data engineering. Then in sequence, string, tuple, list, all three are important and we'll go through them in great detail. So that's all for today's lecture. I hope you understand what are the data types and how methods are associated with each data types. And from next session, we start deep diving into each data type. Thank you so much.